back in this studio, back in
playing Nine Pandas.
Nine Pandas, of course, sees this returned. Saw had a heartbreaking time at the last RMRs that was played in Bucharest.
Yeah.
James give them a big slap around the wrist. So I'm expecting they're going to be wanting to get revenge.
Yeah.
Against that region of the world.
Hopefully no PTSD that really drags them down. Dude, I actually forgot that season. Oh, here we go. We're back. Pistol round. Here we go. Nickelback, dualies. He's pushed all the way up towards the long corner, and he's got all of NiP right around it.
Yes, Joel Berettas, always seen in the pistols, always spotted these days. And if you aren't buying Joel Berettas, what are you doing? You're giving yourself such a disadvantage.
You know, as the hype man for the dual Berettas, I don't really buy a whole lot of dual Berettas myself.
You really should. You really
should.
Ooh. And also, it's the first time we're going to really get to see all the different sticker combinations. But here's Nickelback around the back. Oh my god, Alex turns on that headshot. And I thought Nickelback was certainly going to get that kill, but he doesn't.
Yeah, quick spin, nicely done. Plant's going down, smoke's up. So now the CT's got to start talking about how they want to retake. The real X factor is they have to deal with Alex, who could flank long at any moment.
Travis with the dualies, they push right into him, and he gets a double. Esatag and Head Trick both down. Icy hits one back on Config, but remember, this bomb is still down. NiP still have a chance at winning this, but suddenly it's only Alex, and that defuse is being stuck around the corner. Eventually, they'll realize he's long, and they cannot get it done here, NiP. So that's the defuse. That's AMKAL winning the pistol.
Okay, that seemed way too easy. Way too easy. Nice double up from Travis, and they don't lose anyone on the retake. Just the initial spin from Alex gets a kill. No one else from NiP was able to get anything done and get another pause, as you can see from the post-it note right at the top.
Yes. Well, we'll hopefully get that resolved as quick as possible.
Yep.
This is insane. That flick back.
Oh my lord.
Nickelback was surely thinking he had that kill locked in, but not to be the case.
The push through the smoke. I guess they just felt so uncomfortable inside the bomb site with four people kind of retaking that they wanted to get different positions and thought it would catch them off guard, but Travis is ready.
Travis absolutely is ready. I mean, the name Travis has just been dominating my timeline these days. You know, it's either Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce, man, and that's just my life at this point.
When you open that up, I was like, wait, there's no Travis and Taylor Swift.
But every time
you got to get a new timeline, bro. Start muting people.
Yeah, maybe I'll mute some keywords.
Just auto mute, yeah, auto mute the word.
Oh, it's better than some timelines, shall we say?
Yeah, probably.
We're living in one of the weirdest timelines.
As always.
Hopefully this tech issue will be resolved and we'll get into the action right away. It seems like today there has been pretty quick admins on the case. Seen Jackie and Vince were casting here on the B stream earlier today. Great to see Vince back.
Vincels rise up.
Yeah, Vincels. I'm sure there's plenty of them out there in the chat today. For AMKAL, I'm going to see them buy up into this next one. Forrest has already got his hands on that lovely little M4, but when NiP get the bomb plant?
Yeah, I was going to say, you know they are too. Galil's coming out already, so we'll have that second round engagement. They're going to fight for it.
And I've been loving the feel of Counter-Strike 2 recently. Like, it's feeling so much better. You can hold an angle, which is incredible. I really do feel like the update's putting it in a better direction. It feels like we're heading back to sort of the feel of CSGO.
Sure.
And I guess the further we go away from CSGO in terms of time, the more you get used to CS2.
Absolutely, and I think the devs are taking that into account too with a bunch of early changes. I know there's been people who wanted like, you know, more changes a little bit quicker, but you know that stuff all takes a little bit of time to see what's kind of people resisting against change and what's actually needed to be tweaked and blah blah blah.
And I think we can all say that we agree that the best change so far is the rechargeable Zeus.
Yeah, that is a pretty cool change. I feel like my best CS2 was being played like the week before the change.
Oh, you're just wide swinging everything?
Yeah, I got into it. I like really figured it out. I unlocked it in my brain, and then they changed it, and I've been hesitant to go back. Now I'm just like,
you should come play, Jason. Definitely should head on to the servers.
I know.
This is a new camera we're going to be using called the shaky. I don't know if this is exactly the one that I was getting told about by Jay yesterday, but there's a shaky boat camera that we need to keep a lookout for.
A shaky boat camera.
Yeah, so like if you're on the POV of a player, you can tilt side to side, and it feels like you're on a boat, and it can give you more of an action feel.
Okay.
So we'll feel like we're in the POV of an action movie.
All right. I'm cautiously optimistic about the boat camera. There's not many. It's not. Yeah. It's not. There's not many boats in this.
No, there's not, but there is. It's only called that, Jason.
Okay.
You know, it's not actually like a boat. You know,
sure.
It's more of a feeling as though you're on a boat. The action, it's choppy.
Right. So
POV,
the seasick feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotcha.
We're gonna invoke seasickness.
Let's bring that back.
I can't wait. Yeah, it's gonna be great. But here we go. We had a headset issue But all is resolved, and we are ready to get going into the second round of this game. Remember, NiP lost the pistol, but they got the bomb plant, which means they have a lot of money. So Galil's are out, Tech9s are out, plenty of utility around it, and AMKAL, despite winning the pistol, are actually less favored in this kind of round.
Okay, here we go. Deep utility, deep Molotov. That's going to hold NiP back. As you mentioned, limited utility and not wanting to extinguish that with a smoke. So they're just going to wait for it to burn. And now moving up a little bit later, Krad being set up with a pop flash from Icy.
And he'll go for a peek with FMAS. Nothing found, he'll drop back.
Yeah, there's a timing where they can wrap around towards Party, obviously, so he doesn't want to stick around there. Going to find his escape with the FAMAS, but good information. He did spot numbers towards Fountain. He did spot a couple bodies. And that's brought a third player back for defense. This is a lot of runway for NiP, though. For a round where they don't have a whole lot of utility, they love it. And I think equally CTs are kind of like, we don't really want to challenge here against the weaker weapons. Let's make them commit to a bomb site. But they've got defensive utility to deploy when NiP does close this gap.
So Icy's just trying to get information on the jump. Hasn't seen anything just yet.
It's all keep your eyes on number 9 on the minimap, Nickelback. It's kind of all about like when he shifts back, when he's at the B bomb site. He just rotated over to B, saw absolutely nothing. Now he's coming back. So Krad's gonna have initial contact. Oh, and support is here.
Yep, and the first shot lands. Krad inside of the smoke, trying to catch them off guard, trying to keep them focused in the middle of that bomb site. Here goes Krad, only one. Definitely would have hoped for a second kill there and probably had a chance to do it, but Nickelback has rotated on up. Just one kill though, not enough output done by the CT side. And that shot from Icy is not going to bring down any members of the Ninjas in Pyjamas. Travis sprinting onto the truck, just one. One more shot landed by Icy, but Azitag's quick to come over and help out Config. Now NiP have tied up this scoreline.
Yeah, I feel like that should have been, I feel like AMKAL did everything kind of right in the setup, in the build up to that moment, in that execution, and just couldn't get any multi-kills. Everyone was one and done.
Yeah.
Krad coming out of the smoke was only able to get one kill, couldn't transfer over. The SMG inside the bomb site was only able to get one, so it feels like it was all there, just in positions where they couldn't multi-frag.
So AMKAL in a tough situation with the money. They had a decision of either full ecoing or they could force again, and they've gone for the force. So they've fought everything they can. It isn't too pretty. You've got MP9, a Scout 5.7s, P250 here, but it's at least something to play with. And NiP have to try and figure that out. They don't want to run into any stacks or traps being laid out for them, so NiP just taking their time.
And right now that track is in the con stairs. A double stack, a vertical stack between two players. Krad with the P250 looking behind him, forces away a little bit of danger. Now Molotovs, they can't move forward. A nice little trap for NiP. He's got them kind of stuck at the stairs. One player makes it out, but Nickelback's still in there just chilling.
Yeah, I spoke about dodging traps if you're NiP, but they've started making their own. And here comes Config, the trapper, around the corner. Big headshot on Nickelback. Looked like Config was about to die first, but well, that kill has put NiP ahead as we head into the 50 seconds left in this round.
Remember, they spotted that P250 though in those stairs, so they've called it out that it was here, likely at the A bomb site. So Rez is going to be cautious. They're dual clearing the front end of bathrooms.
Ooh,
and
Krad.
now, showed a little elbow first, makes that easy, and Rez going to tap away the scout as well.
That's more like it.
Nice and simple.
Nice shots from Rez. We're desperately hoping for an IEM Oakland performance out of him today. And Alex running in with that Mac Dad.
Okay, are we leaning into the meme?
Of course. I mean, there is only one meme that exists. And
you brought your queen out a little bit early there, Dinko.
I don't think there's ever been a player that has been able to live off the back of one tournament performance as much as Rez has.
I don't think, honestly,
ever.
Okay, if we're doing real talk for a second, I don't think he has. I think we've just kind of willed the meme into existence.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he has done a good enough job to stay in the team for all these years.
The problem was like he was like the one who stepped into the shoes of Forrest and Get Right and was like kind of automatically hailed as like the next coming, and it just never materialized. Because how can you when the comparison is guys like Forrest and Get Right?
What happens if Donk is like the next Rez? We just talk about, remember the IEM Katowice tournament?
No.
He's never been as good as he was then.
Don't go there. Dangerous.
I mean, it is hard to actually get better than the best performance of all time, so he actually is just giving himself a free fall.
Set himself up for a bungee jump.
Yeah. Well, Travis, AK-47 being saved over is nice. I love the new HUD situation we got here, where we have like the clutch mode. You know, you can hit the clutch mode.
Okay.
It goes into the 1v1 camera.
Or the 1vx cam.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I feel like I want to get the old-fashioned 3D glasses out and this HUD to like pop out. That'll be 3D mode.
Yeah, they have those now. They're like $3,000.
Yeah, that's true. They do have those.
And you look super cool.
Yeah, you look awesome, don't you? You look really cool.
Here we go, round 4. And this time it's just the saved AK-47 in the hands of Travis, who's going to be number 8 on the mini-map. Boosted up and had a shot at head trick, but couldn't land it. Now getting wrapped behind. And they're coming very quick. Config goes down. Good kill from Travis.
Yeah, no chance there for Config. Alex is too far behind to get the trade, so it will be the drop back from AMKAL. They weren't able to recover that second weapon, so it's still pretty comfortable here for the Ninjas, especially with Raz heading out long. And Headtrick cutting off any pathway back for Krad, so he's pinned in locked bathrooms. They know they have that USP locked into that position.
Yeah, Travis repositioning towards the B bomb site as well, because they saw the AK-47. Oh my good God.
How's he done
Krad
that?
just got away with one.
The
That's
boost
crazy.
attack. Oh my goodness, he needs a... Oh, his eyes checked. He's like looking at it for so long.
This is the mess NiP have found themselves in, is they've lost way too many players in solo fights. Obviously, the Krad one is like crazy shots with the USP, whatever, but Travis has been able to find a couple now, and NiP and all these kills have had no chance of a trade, no chance of a rebuttal, no chance of a response, and this round has just fizzled out. If Forrester and Krad just like play this passively and like wait for the AK-47 to arrive, it should be fine.
I mean, he didn't
Like,
just recover any better weapons, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's still 5-on-2. Like, literally, as long as Krad and Forrester aren't committed to their initial fights, as long as they can fall back and get in safety and let the AK-47 get involved, it should be all good. And actually,
what?
why not?
What is this round? USPs, P250s, and one saved AK-47. Nightmare mode for NiP.
Yeah, that's not a good feeling. That doesn't give you a good vibe heading into the next round. Let's check out that USP kill.
Yeah, that was stupid. So, good team play to get the AK-47 into the fights early on.
Oh my God.
He's just running backwards.
Yeah, the fadeaway double dink.
This one was nuts too. AMKAL have got some aimers, and that does warrant a timeout. You have to call a timeout if you're on NiP.
Right, well, it's also, I mean, you want to settle them down, but also, like, you probably get them focused immediately as DJL gets involved. Focus them immediately on this next round, because you can get an AK-47 on Res. You can even get an AWP on Headtrick if you want to go that route. He could also obviously have the AK, but, I mean, I imagine you at least do a half investment here, so it's about coming up with a game plan to try and get back on the horse pretty quick. And Headtrick's going to stick with an AK instead of forcing out the AWP early, with a couple of upgraded pistols around it. So, round 5 tied up at 2-2.
So 4 more BO1s for the rest of the day here on both streams, if you are just tuning in for the first day of RMR action.
EU RMR A.
EU RMR A. This is the 0 and 1 bracket. So if you lose this map, if you lose this best of 1, you're one best of 3 loss away from being knocked out of the RMR, and your major dreams are dead.
Yeah, very, very early in the cycle to be at an 0-2 position.
Here goes Icy, set up with the AWP early on. The shot goes between 2 heads, but he has gathered at least information.
But I think you kind of, I don't know, like isn't the right word, but I think you sense an opportunity if you're Alex and NiP, where you've spotted this AWP out at long, you know it's going to drop back to the A bomb site, and if you can put together a chaotic execution with smokes, with flashes, and take the AWPer off the initial angle, then you get these Tech 9s pushing forward with AK-47s in support. You have an opportunity with a relatively unwieldy weapon during those executes. Unfortunately for them, it's pushed forward in towards bathrooms, where there's a ton of safety. So smart positioning from AMKAL on the defense.
Yeah, they've been very good at positioning themselves correctly. Nickelback's made the right rotation at the right time yet again. He's delaying him with a cheap piece of utility, $200 flash. Keeps him back at bay, allows him to get this opening kill. And now remember, his teammates are still inside of bathrooms, and NiP have 30 seconds to get around that corner, and they won't get around the corner at all. Forrester just chops them down, brings out the saw, and Config's down as well. So completely destroyed. NiP go for the full long play, and it ends up just getting destroyed at the door.
Oh, nice dig shot. How much more damage can you do? AWP is spotted, 18 HP, 15 seconds, no chance of a victory, and he's just going to keep this AK-47 alive once taken into the next round. So no bonus money for S-Tag, and a good defense. You got to give a shout out to Nickelback, his initial rotation over, and Forster as well. They never even had to encounter the AWP at bathrooms. They just got wrecked before they could turn the corner.
Counter-terrorists win.
Could have been even worse for the Ninjas. 1 AK save. That was after a timeout as well. So after the timeout, they call, let's just contact long. And AMKAL is showing that they're going to be willing to just sit back, get themselves ready in position.
It's that shift into the advanced bathroom setup that was really strong against that, because the rifle keeping some space, never encountered anybody, so the op was really comfortable. The positioning inside the B bomb site, or the A bomb site, excuse me, changes. It gets so strong behind those dice boxes, like where you don't have to worry about bathrooms and banana. Just a crazy strong setup for AMKAL, and they've taken a slight lead.
So Config and Rez trying to get through connector. Rez takes some damage from that spam. I'm gonna go for a boost here. Deploy that nice and early here. Oh,
it blew a hole in the door. It blew a hole in the door, the spam. And Forrester was planning on nading it open, had no idea that was even possible.
That was such a sick move from Rez, just to put his deagle right through that little hole.
Oh my God.
That finds glory with the headshot.
Now, they should still be able to recover. The rifle can't be picked up for NiP, obviously, but one more cheeky kill with this boost, and it's game on.
Yeah, Nickelback is positioned himself quite well. I thought he might overextend there and give Rez another chance, but he seems to be aware of that possibility, so won't overextend into the open. But NiP have now got an AK-47 with an advantage. I'm going to try and turn the tides in round 6. 45 seconds as they now set their eyes on the A site.
And the opper, Icy, just gave up information that he had towards Top Con. He was worried about someone creeping up on him in bathrooms. There's a timing there he didn't want to mess with, but that means as his teammate rotates over to the B bomb site, he's alone, and he's alone for quite some time, and he needs to find this information.
There's no utility here for NiP, which is a bit unfortunate for them. We would love some smokes, maybe even a flash here, but they have nothing. So they're going to have to just try and play contact and face this smoke, and now they've been spotted. Icy begins to pick them apart. Ice starts right through the chest of Hetrick and Alex, and his teammate can start to make that rotation. Big headshot again for Rez, but he's decapitated in reply, and Nickelback on these rotations is so damn good today.
Yeah, that's a really strong spray down. Triple kill. I know they don't have armor, but well managed and nicely done with Icy with the op as that smoke clears. Op is recovered and passed back over into his hands, and NiP can finally get started, settling into the gun rounds. Gun on gun.
Yeah, this has been a crazy, chaotic start to this first map. Or there's only map, Overpass. So,
actually, just the one map.
Just the Overpass, just Overpass. But yeah, it's been crazy. There've been some crazy pistol shots all across the board. I loved the little Rez hole shot, but we need some gun-on-gun action now, and we're going to see something better from NiP. These finishes to the rounds have not been pretty to watch. And again, the start of the round is brutal. So it's Esatag taking damage. Alex is down first. Nickelback wins the fight in connector. And AMKAL, immediately, they're up 2 players.
Yeah, this is NiP not even getting any kind of space or map control whatsoever. AMKAL's challenged all of it, and now going to back away and safely play the 5-on-3. Good luck.
Yeah, Hetrick just creeping out towards Party. Oh, big shot from Nickelback, who is just not missing today. 7-4. Another multi-kill for him. Rez and Esatag are now given the almost impossible challenge of pulling back a 2v5 with no one else really around.
It's so hard to recover this too, because like you don't want to use any utility really, because that gives away the game, and you have so much of the map you have to walk through. Now the defense has fallen all the way back to the bomb site, but at some point you know that op is going to be holding an angle, going to be right around a corner, and that's what you got to contend with.
Even when they do that, even if they take Icy out or force him further back, you've got Krad, who's ready to go with a rifle. And Icy, he's just been very smart in terms of holding onto his utility into the late round and then just taking 1 kill and dropping back behind covers. So it hasn't really been too much of a liability. There's the first shot, jumps up to try and get information on the second player. Hasn't detected Esatag just yet, but there's no chance here for the day, and he will not find his way out of the bathrooms.
Yeah, but I think he probably wants the money.
Yeah.
So yeah, go forward, see if you can grab any kills. Anything helps at this point. 12 seconds remaining on the clock, and Icy's going to take him down at dice boxes. Nice and easy, and all 5 players survive for the CT side, so things looking great. 3-round lead.
Yeah, for AMKAL, looking grim for NiP because there's no money left for the NiP side either. So the best case scenario here is you get a half buy. You can get Tech-9's armor, Deagles, and I think they're going to talk over what they need to do in the next gun round because they're starting to run out of rounds in this half. And this is their second timeout used out of 3. Now, the problem is for NiP, I think there's just such a negative atmosphere around the team, sure, from the community, but also from the organization side too. It feels like the content they're doing, they're like, oh, we're focusing for a whole year from now.
The conversation around the culture of a team, which is I think, you know, been touted by any coach in any professional sport, is that culture and environment that's maintained by those 5 players and the coach and all the support staff with them is massive.
But,
and NiP is obviously not in a great place at the moment.
But you just made a roster change and got a new IGL. So like surely a change in leadership brings a new culture, and surely it'd be more positive about the future.
Again, it depends, and I think it also matters what kind of an in-game leader Alex is and what kind of a personality he is. But you know that change is, you're coming into a team that already has its culture set, and it's not like flipping a switch. It doesn't happen immediately. Unless there's a very special player or personality that comes in.
Well, this round isn't going to take too much time to get going. It's a B rush straight through Monster. Travis dodges the flashes, but NiP do not. And they are absolutely mowed down. No chance to get into the bomb site. Not competitive at all. 6 rounds now for the CT side.
Oh, this is looking so easy for AMKAL. They have handled everything very, very well.
Yeah, that was, you know, half buy, rush B, see if you can get a bomb plant, see if you can test that B defense. Well, it was not tested, and it has fallen apart there for NiP, but it's a focus up into this round. They got the money back, they got the AWP out for head trick, and if you're going to make anything of this half, you got to get at least 2 more on the T side. Maybe this is the first step taken to do just that.
Let's see. Nothing's looked great. These half-buy rounds haven't done anything. The last gun round was 5 players surviving for the defense, so hopefully this one's at least gotten started out better. They haven't lost anyone in the first 10 seconds. Nobody gets spammed down through the monster smoke. Config doesn't get picked off at stairs.
It's all about the small victories. Oh my god! Slid right off. Rez is gone. That does not taste good if you're NiP. You have Rez just peeking up on top of the slide, having to look for information early on.
And that's happened round after round after round, where just like these NiP just gets wrecked in the early going. So another opening, another 5-on-4, another man advantage for AMKAL.
And it really hasn't looked like NiP have been able to find solutions when they're down a player, when they're forced into these mid-rounds, having to recover 4v5s. They haven't forced AMKAL to run out of utility, and Forrester just spams down through that smoking monster and takes Alex out.
What are you supposed to do?
He's got to control the machine now. With his back laid back in his chair,
another
looking at
smoke
the
as well.
Screens, and another piece of utility comes in. That's actually to blow open the smoke.
Yeah.
Because AMKAL are that confident. They want another kill. They want to get information from it.
Oh, nothing spotted. 2 players here at the pillar, at the bomb site. 3rd player is going to be quick on the rotation as well. But again, this is another area where if you're NiP, I think they're just going to end up, there's just one flashbang probably to turn this corner.
Yeah, flashes out. Last-ditch effort. Esatag sprinting in. Ooh, catch it. Forrester second kill is good too from Esatag. Anything else from the Dane? We'll have to find out because Krad is still down here in the pit. This kills everything. Krad steps up. Another headshot that keeps AMKAL in this round, and Krad has got a second. Head trick suddenly left in a clutch. 8 seconds left. Not enough time to fumble around here, and he's called it off. He has to run away. And when that round looks so good, Esatag gets the double. Just comes down to that final fight versus Krad, and AMKAL still stand tall.
Yeah, thankfully, Krad has a great round with 3 kills, 2 in the critical moments on that B hit, because I think that defense was a little bit weak for the 5-on-3. 2 players out in the open. This is that initial shot. Rez jumping for information. That's mental. What a shot. But back here, this defense is surprisingly weak. With just 1-2 flashbangs, and those positions are well exposed. So thankfully, Krad's able to get behind the bomb site, handle business, Nickelback a good bit of distraction there. And AMKAL still holds on, no harm done. 7-2, and NiP's already used a pair of timeouts. They don't have a whole lot to work with. They're going to want to hold on to that last one as long as possible, but dang, this is looking ugly.
Yeah, it's looking terrible right now for the Ninjas.
And they just played that close.
Oh my god, they can't even boost, Jason.
They just played that close map against Eternal Fire to start this, to go down 0-1.
And we've seen how good Eternal Fire have been, right? Back in Katowice, they were a really strong team. We thought they might make it through to the playoffs at a heartbreaking exit. But man, this is looking horrible from NiP. They tried to boost head trick up to get an opening pick with the AWP, and because they were fumbling it, they made a lot of noise, and then Krad could span down through the smoke and nearly take out the AWPer right away. So it's been a tough beginning even to this round, but I'm not going to find anything because AMKAL have dropped back and are playing passive once again.
And you're just going to let the AWP do its work, right? You're just going to let the AWP kind of go for some picks. Maybe you try and bait out a shot with a Deagle or a Tech 9, but really that AWP is the weapon you have. Not even really the utility you're considering at the moment. You just want the kill, and they might get it. They might get it. Oh, there we
nice
go,
shot.
baby.
Yeah, that's great from Hetrick. Nice flick down onto Icy. Now the right foot Krad goes into the bathrooms to keep them at bay. And it doesn't matter that he hasn't got a kill here because he's keeping them in the bathrooms and their time is running thin.
Hard part is he's pinned down and he knows it. He knows that Op has the angle to keep him from retreating. This would be a beautiful find for NiP, but this is a lot of time off the clock. There's only 26 seconds.
And there's such a rotation up here as well coming in from AMKAL. They've got plenty of players ready to go. Not the best work from Krad. We've seen him do better. But his teammates, like I said, have rotated up already, and NiP with 15 seconds left have to make a last-ditch effort, and they need immediate kills to come in, and Forcer isn't allowing that whatsoever. Hetrick, he's stuck 8 seconds left. We need an incredible 1v2 to happen, and there's no mistakes from AMKAL. Instant headshot from Travis, and he's having one hell of a game here, 12-3.
It's one of the few rounds NiP's actually been able to put some pressure on AMKAL in these rounds that they've lost, and they rose to the challenge. Really nice rotations, the delay, just holding off as long as possible. Krad pushed up behind that smoke, being pinned down the entire time and just realizing he just has to stand here and stand guard. And while he didn't really get any kills in the follow-up, the fact that he's in that position behind a smoke means they can't progress forward, and that time was the winning factor of the round.
The worrying thing here for NiP is there's no halftime breaks here at the PGL RMR.
Yeah, you don't get a breather.
So this might just be a very quick knockout blow. Put them down to a 0-2 scoreline. They'll be best of 3s from there on in, but they lose one and their major dreams are dead. And right now, it is just death all over the server for the Ninjas in Pyjamas. Icy gets aggressive this time, finds that opening, and no way.
How many kills have they gotten through smokes?
Way too many.
Yeah, a ton. Oh, Icy, you're just a beast at the moment. You're just chilling here this whole time. No one's able to hunt him down. No one's able to get him out of position. And once again, NiP gonna get stopped short of any basic map control. It's way too costly just to even get the first step of the round.
And some of the fights are kind of unfair. You mean, Esports just walking behind a smoke and he's like,
I mean,
HP.
you gotta give some sympathy over too. Like, well, you don't have to, but like one of the early kills that AMKAL got was a spam through the monster smoke all the way up by the fencing, way back towards T spawn. Another one is that jump off the slide from Rez that Krad picks him out midair. Like those kills just don't happen often.
30 seconds left. Last ditch effort into the B bomb site. Rez gets one, but traded immediately, putting it all on Essetag. And yeah, just good positioning here from AMKAL. That's a 9-2. Anybody who thought coming in today, this is the recovery mission for NiP, the second map, surely they pick it up versus AMKAL.
That was me. I think I started the series saying is the start of the map being like, I can't really picture a world.
Yeah, well,
I can now.
Yeah, definitely. It's actually playing in front of us at the moment.
Now that I've got the image right in front of my face,
TJL,
it all makes sense.
Sitting in the back, just come on, guys. Last
Alex
time out.
praying to whatever
hand warmer to the
whatever
brain,
god he believes in.
maybe we'll get the gen reaction going faster. Apply heat to the skull.
Yeah, they look pretty stunned right now. Just to take some surface level analysis of the cameras, just shocked, I think, a little bit at how this first half has gone.
Man,
but
they're going to have to play the last round of this half with Galils.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
Not pretty at all. They're going to have enough utility, but they haven't really got in a position to put the bomb down.
Yeah, I think you go into this last round and you call something relatively simple. You know, show that you're taking, you know, playground and fountain area, do whatever utility to put out the Molotov, but set up like a B execute. When they've spread across the map in this like default, like they're getting just picked apart. Haven't been able to take control of connector whenever there's been anyone from AMKAL there. Now someone's pushing up behind these smokes. Same with Forrester, that's S-tag to go down. So again, basic map control denied, and Krad's hearing footsteps over towards the slide.
So opening kill established. Rez is about to eat a grenade. 18 health off the top. And Krad is now caught in a position where he has to fight between connector and top mid. Does well to at least get one kill, but there's no falling back for Krad. It was all about IC instead. And he's pushed down long. He's seen his next target and straight through the chest of Rez. He will fire, sends the flash up. Good flash, in fact. Second peek this time on Hetrick. This is deathmatch.
I mean, it should come as no surprise, but if you can't make it past Fountain, like, you're going to have a really rough T-side.
Jason, how many bomb plants do you think that NiP had in this half?
I'm going to go with 1.
2.
2?
Had 1 in the pistol.
Yeah, I knew the pistol.
And 1 in the third round.
Okay, so it's been a minute is what you're saying.
Every other round is won by elimination or time running out for AMKAL.
That's the like, even if you expected NiP to lose or kind of saw this upset, the nature of it is just crazy. Not even a basic amount of success on the map for NiP on their T side, and they're gonna have to switch over and got a long way to go.
They had 4 opening jewels go their way, NiP, throughout that half. Travis was
one of them was the
mostly
pistol
dominating them.
that they lost.
Yeah, that's quite devastating.
Yeah.
A tough time here, and yeah, you look at the heat maps, and you don't see many NiP players dying anywhere near the bomb sites. It's all around the fountain, all around playground party. Mainly the kills coming in there.
They just got cleared out, completely cleared out every single round after round. So here we go, second half going live. It's going to be NiP switching over to the defense of the CT side. Let's see if they can inflict, I mean, they're going to have to inflict a very similar kind of pain against AMKAL's offense if they want to come back into this.
Yeah, and it all starts with the pistol round. You haven't given yourself enough room to survive a pistol round loss.
NiP, outside of like Config though, like NiP doesn't strike me as the team who likes to get up and grimy in people's faces and deny that kind of map control. So I feel like it's going to have to be a different style.
Everybody in NiP with 5 kills, so at least a team effort across the board.
Sure.
My positive.
We lost as a team, boys.
Yeah, we lost as a team. And now Rez looking to step up. Jules swinging out, distraction set up. Oh my god, usually you'd see him sink that second kill, but it took so long. 2v2 established at least thanks to those kills from Essetag and Headtrick, but the bomb is now down. And remember, if NiP lose this pistol round, it might be all over. It's just Alex left now with a 1v2, and he'll know the importance of this as the in-game leader. He's going to come back in, but now his position detected. Shot rings out. They can be locked in. I heard that drop too, so this round becomes so difficult with no kid on his back. Alex slips a little closer to the bomb site. Big headshot on Travis. Now Nickelback just running that clock down, and it's limited time here for Alex that'll cost him. Nickelback just toying with him and then hits the headshot to kick him on his ass.
Yeah, that was well played from Nickelback. Calm and collected and composed the whole time, playing Ring Around the Rosie until he's done with it. 9-round lead.
All right, get to watch that again. So Icy, good entries. Nearly gets a third out towards barrels. Unfortunate for Rez, man. All of those players were not looking at him. Like, how has Rez not got a second kill on that with the Julies?
Yeah, it wasn't clean.
You'd see him almost every other time take those multi-kills. MP9's Deagle. That's what NiP have. We said they didn't have enough in them to survive a pistol loss, but they've lost that pistol now. It's their last attempt to show us some life. Big shot from Headtrick, but even then, immediately burned away. Rez will defend connector.
Falling into the same trap to a certain degree as a couple players from AMKAL just taken out, isolated and alone. A good shot with the Deagle takes out one. Fair play, and now Forrester's going to go on a little bit of a lurk. One kill here would be everything. Here's footsteps. He should have the jump on this fight, and he does. One more, and he's got that as well. Good opening for Forrester. They don't have to end at the B bomb site. But this has caused a massive distraction. As you can see on the minimap, 2 players moving towards A with the bomb. So it's just weakened the defense everywhere. No one in support of Config. Him and Rez are basically playing 1v3.
Yeah, Config at the truck as well. Just a P250. It can be pretty potent when in close quarters combat. Oh, he has the distraction set up. There's the first kill, and he's done so much damage onto that second. So maybe Config can clean this up, but he absolutely will. So a little bit of positivity thanks to Config, but there's still 40 seconds to recover this for Forrester. And given how he has performed throughout Overpass, you would have to believe there's a shot here, but that bomb is down towards the truck.
Yeah, that's a disgusting sequence from Config. Nice 1v2 at the bomb site. So Forrester gonna have to step up. 47 HP, 12 bullets in the mag, and only 15 seconds with which to find the 2 NiP members. They've gone very passive. He's going to have to fake tap the bomb to get them out into the open. Now they hear the footsteps. They can track this. It was an opportunity for him, but Config shuts it down emphatically.
Yeah, you know, Config will have those rounds, right? When he's given a chance, he's got some incredible mechanics when it comes to his aim. So the pistol's given an opportunity, and Config will prolong life.
Look, if you're NiP, you're just like, thank God we got some kind of positive feeling in this game. It's been so long.
It has been so long, but it's the little P250 that could.
P250 is still like the best gun in terms of
pound for pound, best gun in the game.
Economic, pound for pound, whatever.
Maybe the Zeus is coming back in though.
Sure.
Zeus has made its return. Gap in that smoke for NiP. Need to be worried about that if that comes back in play later on in this half. Travis, he's pushed through the bottom of connector. He'll join with Forrester. Forrester's out towards short, just gonna run into the connector now.
Yeah, but they're clearing some map control. This is really good from AMKAL. No one challenging from NiP any of these positions, so they've got the center of the map under their control. They can wheel between the bomb sites. Next up is going to be taking control of this front stage of bathrooms. Rez will be the one they have to overcome there first.
Will Rez see anything? That is the question. And now he's gone back. Ooh, doesn't round the corner. So far, the answer is no. Rez does not see anything until this fight, but a lot of them have already got deeper into the bathrooms. He's going to hear steps of Forrester coming in with the Tech 9, and oh, Rez handles that one well.
I'm so surprised AMKAL didn't just like send a second person to trade with Nickelback. Like again, you're just kind of giving him some 1v1 fights. Rez has handled 3 of them with no real issue whatsoever. But if you send all 3 of them at the get-go, then all of a sudden he's got a situation on his hands.
Well, that's much better from the Ninjas in Pyjamas. We haven't seen them have a round that comfortable at all yet in this series. So they've broken the money up for AMKAL because they went for the force, they went for the investment. And now they're down to $2,000 across the board, so it's Glocks to be seen. Might see a quicker call here for AMKAL, just trying to get a bomb plant, but for NiP, this is a chance to stabilize, build some money, get some kills. Breathe. AMKAL, as you would expect in this kind of round, have gathered all of the forces outside of the B bomb site, and here they come straight through the smoke. Attack's about to make some bike. MP9 holding down Mouse 1. His teammates there to clean up, and this B push is stopped.
Yeah, annihilated even. All right, NiP's getting a little bit of wind in their sails at the moment. Still quite a ways to go, 6 rounds back. But a couple of clean rounds, a nice overcoming a force buy situation with Config's P250. Got some things to be happy about.
Did you see that there was a news article recently that said that ships, these huge shipping container ships, are going to have to maybe put some kites on top of them so that the wind carries them?
Okay.
And I think I've seen that idea before in the ship industry.
Just a little supplementary wind energy.
Yeah, it's almost like we did that before.
Well, Krad doesn't care about the Molotov. He ran right through it. Took about 32 damage.
Yeah, Travis is now at the bottom of connectors. Fire is only going to keep him at bay for a few more seconds, but eventually he'll walk on up. And AMKAL have got a lot of map control early on. So they've got connector, they've got short water, and they've actually got front bathrooms if they can get past head trick, and that one flash has moved him away. It's
kind of what I mentioned. Like, NiP's not the team who wants to like get in your face at your initial stage of map control and push up and be super aggressive. The resistance is going to come a little bit later on. We'll see how Travis can deal with Rez, if he can deal with Rez. 3 players at A for the moment for NiP's defense.
The Krieg.
Snipers love their scopes.
Haven't seen too much of the Krieg yet in 2024. Definitely seen it towards the end of last year. Icy bringing it back into the fray. 40 seconds, still a very slow round here. AMKAL will eventually start drifting that bomb down to the B bomb site. This is where they want to finish. And they've got a lurk of Krad, which is over towards long.
He's got no utility to throw any kind of a fake, which is interesting. But now they can pinch this defense at the B bomb site. Flashbang going to come into peak monster. They know Forrester is there, but up short, here comes the hit.
Flash, really good flash. Essetag's completely blinded by it, forcing the monster. Surely gets picked out by Forrester. Must be a smoke up, and there is. So Essetag survives because of the smoke, spams down, takes Forrester out of it, and there's no time left here for AMKAL. So at the start of the second half, we said NiP are going to have to unleash a devastating CT side similar to that of AMKAL. And so far, it's been that.
Yeah, it has been. And a different style as well, playing further back into the bomb site, trusting in crossfires, trusting in strong fundamental defenses. Rez just playing forward in bathrooms until he gets contact. It's been solid. I'll say AMKAL hasn't done anything really to test it quite yet. They've struggled to find some openings on this T side. They haven't been super aggressive in any real way. They've just been content with that first stage of map control and kind of take a plan from there.
Yeah, so first timeout used for AMKAL. DJ Hill is loving the fact that he can have a say again. He's on his feet.
He's loving the fact that he can say something positive to the boys, you know, and you're getting battered like 7-8 rounds in a row in the first half and you take a timeout and there's no kind of response from the players. As a coach, you're just kind of like, well, what am I supposed to, like, come on, somebody wake up, please.
You know there's still a lot of work to be done, but at least there's something you can say, something genuinely positive about to hopefully spur the boys on to get the job done.
Yeah, it probably feels like the communication is starting to pick up a little bit. The energy is starting to pick up. The way guys are working together is starting to pick up. So everything on the upswing for NiP for the moment, but that can stop at any moment. With the way this game is played out, because the first half was so bad, they really have no mistakes to give up. Like one more mistake that leads to a round loss is at minimum overtime. Or at most overtime.
Yeah,
I had that,
at most.
I had that backwards.
And we'd love to see overtime. We would love to see overtime in the opening game here in the second half of the day.
The second opening game of the day.
The second opening game, the second BO1.
Actually, it'd be the third.
Well, it's one of the games, one of the many that we'll be seeing over the next few weeks. It's Counter-Strike Mania here in Romania.
The RMR is just like punching you in the face with Counter-Strike every single day.
Yeah, and it's great. It's like it's devastating, brutal exits, and some it's elation and happiness, achieving their dreams. And for some, it's a 0-1 game. Rez on that corner uses the rock as protection. Thank you very much, Dwayne. He'll drop on back.
No one there for the trade either. Just an individual swing with that flashbang. And now Rez with this cover of smoke can turn his attention elsewhere, knows where the next hit is going to come from. So this MAC-10 and Krieg turning the corner have a lot of work to do, but they're coming for him.
MAC-10 goes around, Rez handles it, takes out the Krieg, goes back for the second, and the bomb is now not in possession of the remaining two AMKAL players, and they haven't got past Rez. So this T-side doesn't look that good either.
He played them like a fiddle there. He knew that follow-up peek. With the way that MAC-10 just jumps into the opening, he knows there's a second player coming, so doesn't get caught up just chasing down the MAC-10, is prepared for the follow-up swing from Icy. Beautiful work from Rez with a triple kill and 2v4.
Yeah, Hetrick going back for this peek, nails it onto Nickelback. 15 seconds left, Forcer decides, yeah, I'm not going anywhere near that AWP, I'm going to bring this Krieg back.
I bet they wish they could have that round against Config's P250 back.
That would have been great. This game probably would have been over.
Yeah, can we rewind this and just do that over?
Yeah.
Give us one more chance.
My God, they're so... Yeah, we said that NiP didn't have enough room in them to suffer a pistol loss, but I guess if you win the force buy...
They lost both pistols and won both second rounds.
Damn. It's not how you want to win, but
no.
You'll take it
yeah,
at
you
this
will.
point. Yeah, still going to be pretty chill over inside of AMKAL. You know, you still got a lot of rounds in front, but
less chill.
Less chill.
Less chill
You'll start to get a little tingle soon and realize that the nervousness is going to set in.
Yeah, less chill than after the pistol, for sure. Just 4 rounds away is NiP. 5 rounds in a row for the CT side. And now they're feeling a little bit friskier. Now Rez is like, yeah, I'll push up.
Ooh, could get revenge here. His slide boost coming in. His Forcer up here. Oh, Rez, he's been done on the receiving end of it now. Both sides of the slide.
Still a long way to go. They can get that weapon if they force back this up. Hedrick's looking for someone creeping a little bit closer. He's playing a dangerous game with timing coming up from Khan.
How good are AMKAL at making the most out of like a hero rifle? We see it on the CT side when Travis had the one AK. They had like multiple boosts they would do at the start of the round to get picks, and they're doing that again here with the Krieg. This should be nice and easy for Hedrick. He actually nearly got a collateral out of that. He did hit that 1 bullet, 2 kills, and that wallbang too. Okay. Hedrick landing shots, only 1 kill out of it though. A lot of damage done. See how that comes back to bite him.
But I mean, this is the problem. Yeah, you have the opening kill, but you have nothing to really keep moving forward. Config spots that jump, looking for the peak. It's now been spotted out. Forster with the Krieg.
Oh my God.
Ready for the fight. Config goes down. There's 2 more defenders here, but they're picking up the pressure.
And now it's panic stations for Hedrick, who needs to get back into the site, back to the protection of his rifles. And he misses that shot on the retreat. Sees the second player, but can't go for the immediate swing because he had to reload.
20 seconds and the bomb is just coming up from Fountain now.
Oh, yeah, good peek with those dual Berettas. Icy was so low, so it's instant death. And yeah, limited time, not a lot of space. And it seems like NiP should still be good here. Replays inside of the bomb site. Krad comes in, but SSI cleans up.
I think AMKAL's getting real sloppy in terms of taking team fights. Like even towards the end as you're aggressing upon that bomb site. And I think part of it is obviously not a whole lot of utility there getting picked off by the AWP because you don't have flashbangs and Molotovs to keep them in check. But there's a lot. It feels like there's a few moments in these rounds where a trade would be so critical, and it's just not there. 6 in a row now for NiP.
Yeah, it's been a game of the CT side, really. Only the CT side.
Very different CT sides. Like, stark contrast between the two styles that both these teams are playing with. AWP is out in the hands of Icy on the T side, AK-47s as well. And this time, they're much more aggressive and assertive in terms of taking control. Just swinging as fast as possible out towards Party. All 5 players from AMKAL on this side of the map. No one even probing, no one even maintaining presence at the B-bomb site. No one even looking for a push.
Yeah, Rez burned back from Divider into the site. Don't think about this long play instead, so Rez heads on over to try and deal with the onslaught of players coming towards him. And eventually will be Krad to peek first. Goes around. Oh, Rez wasn't ready for that. Hard clear from Krad. And that's given a huge kill now to AMKAL. They're up a player, and this time they've got time to play with. This time they've got a full minute, and they're closer to the bomb site.
They're not going to use it. It's just an execute. Here's the utility raining over. Nade down into that smoke. They're going to come right through it. Flashbangs around. Krad goes down first.
Oh, Config nearly gets a double out of that. Stick to get the first kill, but the fact he even does damage onto the second has softened up this attack thoroughly. 40 seconds left. Rotation is here, but they're locked out by utility, but that is not going to last forever. And Alex is boosted up in the bank, trying to get a good angle down
The bomb
inside
is the last one
site.
coming in, too. This is eating a lot of time off the utility, and that's exactly the danger.
Yeah, and now Travis in the truck could peek out. Alex is knocked out towards the back of the bank, and Icy follows up. Target head trick. They are so far removed from this equation, but it's all about the flank, and it's detected, it's spotted, and Forrester eradicates it. Now head trick sends himself into the clutch. A 1v3 total, and now the element of surprise is completely gone. They know he's coming in from bank. They know he's got an AK-47. He's got to deal with so many different positions, and it isn't going to happen.
Oh man, NiP, it was always going to be hard to rattle off that many rounds straight to get it close, but this is just 4 chances left to try and get to OT. Nicely done from AMKAL, and that's a simple round. That's called out of spawn. We're going to end at the A bomb site. All 5 players on that side of the map from the start. Nobody slowing down, hustling to get into position, able to find another pick on Rez out towards long, and then just an execute. And even though you've taken some damage, you've taken some losses, it's taken time. Good double swing to clear out bank and gain control of the bomb site.
Head trick. Nice shot to open up the affairs. So Krad is gone.
This is still really recoverable for NiP, considering how we've watched this half go.
Yeah, there hasn't been enough to really make you think that this is going to be a great T side. Grab that last round immediately.
Or any kind of an easy closeout.
Yeah.
There's still a good amount of money behind NiP, so they can sustain losses in terms of manpower and continue buying. 4v5 for well over a minute. AMKAL stuck at Fountain, and again, the B bomb site is clear. They sent everyone, all players, to this side of the map.
And Rez is hearing all of the steps coming out through mid now, so he goes for a peek to destroy that party. Sends the grenade in. No fight will ensue, so Rez drops back into connector, letting head trick take next contact.
Yeah, he was able to get a kill in the previous 2 rounds ago at this angle just by a lackadaisical kind of slide into the gap. So AMKAL have to be cautious about that one. Everyone's shifting. Look at the position of Rez. He just came up ladder. Like, he sees it all clear, and he's like, everyone go to A. AMKAL's in trouble.
And head trick, he's still inside of the bathrooms. This flank from Rez is fantastic. That's worked out for that kill on Forrester. But 23 seconds left. Rez is still flanking, this time from long. They're not getting any closer to the bomb site here, AMKAL.
It doesn't matter anymore. With this flank, they don't have the resources to break into this bomb site. Icy's about to go down. Okay, a little bit sketchy, but he gets the job done, and now Travis has nothing to do except fall back.
Yeah, they just have to hide here for NiP. Don't give them any chances. Don't give them a bomb plant. And while they try to, Config cleans up, denies even the mercy of a plant, so no extra money for AMKAL. This is definitely not going to be easy to close for AMKAL. This one has overtime written all over it.
Yeah, it actually, I mean, despite, it's crazy to say that at 12-9, but it does kind of feel that way just because AMKAL haven't had any super consistent success whatsoever, and the way they're playing it, it feels like NiP's starting to get a grasp of it. An early flank, they've cleared out B 2 rounds in a row now because they know there hasn't been a whole lot of pressure on that side of the map. So NiP's starting to piece together how AMKAL is running this T side. And they're in danger of it just falling flat from here on out. But hey, look, they go for MAC-10s. This time it'll be a B-rush. Good luck.
Yeah, B-rush. Sometimes speed can be the knockout punch if accurate enough. Essetag and Alex, though, stop that B push from happening.
That's not really a B-rush, though. It's like sending 2 people to their death.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, some of you may die, and that's a sacrifice I'm willing to take. So or rather Mick, as now Alex holds outside of Monster. Rifle pinned on the position of Krad, who thinks better of pushing through that smoke. It's probably the more intelligent decision.
That's so weird. It's like two people just said, I'm good. I don't want to go
This
anymore.
is like what happens when you call Russian matchmaking. Like, we're your friends, you know?
And like, cool boost, but it's a MAC-10. Like, you got to get 3 headshots at this distance.
Yeah, and they're just staying out of position here too, so Estag is not in danger of being taken out by the MAC-10, and even if he does get dinked by it, he'll have enough time to react and get his rifle into position, but still, he'll fall somehow to Forrester, but the last-ditch effort of Krad to burst through Monster has not paid off. He did not get that kill on Alex, but okay. Icy's just killed his own teammate.
He said, my bad, it's all good.
Yep, sorry about that one.
Yeah.
It's not like we're going to win the round anyway.
This round is going to just kind of trickle away.
Yeah.
3v1. And again, these are the losses I'm talking about. NiP, with all the money they have, they can sustain these. This isn't really any big deal. 2 players going down at this point. No chance for Icy to do anything at all. And 20 seconds left on the clock. So he's hoping someone wanders into his crosshair, but there's no point for NiP to move.
So we're looking at 12-10. Icy will melt away. And just 2 more rounds to go for NiP to bring us to overtime. Again, if you are just tuning in and wondering what the context of this game is, because there is a lot of Counter-Strike to follow. This is the 0-1 game. So both of these teams have lost their opening best of 1s. Whoever loses this goes to the 0-2 bracket. They'll have to play a best of 3 from there on in to survive in the competition. The winner of this will go 1-1 and have another BO1.
And I mean, just to give it even more context of the game itself, this was a 10-2 half in the favor of AMKAL to start this off. They won the second half pistol round, and NiP's just clawed it all the way back. And ugly T-sides today for both squads. Not a whole lot of production whatsoever.
But all they got to do
is win one.
Is win one more round.
It was 12-8. 2 more chances.
Very KGT side from AMKAL. They're not too confident taking leaps around the corners until utility comes in, so that sets up 3 plays to sprint down long, so they're going to take that position up.
Rez has been so good in this position, though. He's been so good in bathrooms for NiP. He's been able to take out 2, sometimes 3. Picked off once, but for the most part, he's been solid.
And that's towards long bathrooms right now. He's got a different position. He's just a little further back, closer to the site.
Paired up with the AWP as well at the end of bathroom. So this setup can be very, very powerful regardless of how AMKAL tries to take it. And they're coming right at it.
Yeah, potent positioning. Flash goes around. Headtrick still gets that kill. Rez unleashes his rifle. And a second locked in with no problem. And it's brilliant. It's fantastic inside of the toilets here for NiP's defense. And that's a gun round for AMKAL that just gets nowhere. It's just so flat. It's so dead.
I think that flashbang like missed. I think maybe it was just misthrown a little bit because it fell behind the trash can. And it didn't actually blind Headtrick all that much. It just got,
just like a little bit of flash.
Yeah, it just got neutralized straight up. So yeah, good kill from Icy, but that's in garbage time. It don't matter at all. Alex cleans him up, and all of a sudden, NiP 11-12. 1 round away. And this is perhaps the trickiest round of them all.
Yeah, the one where you have to close it,
yeah,
or the one you force OT. For both teams, there's a lot of pressure, but this is the flash gets it. Yeah, you're right, just behind the bin a little bit. And that just cost them what probably would have been a kill on Headtrick. Now, there will still have been the issue of Rez, but if you get 1 kill, maybe you can trade out Rez and you have a bit more space to play with in the round, but that's the detail of 1 missed piece of utility and what it can do for you.
And now you're placing that prospect of NiP having all this momentum. AMKAL are the ones who are a little bit distraught due to just a kind of flat T-side that's gotten them nothing. They can't be too pleased about it, but NiP is loving this. Like, you have the momentum in terms of rounds won sequentially, and then also in terms of this massive comeback you've made from 2-10 at halftime.
Man, I don't think anybody looks too pleased with the Counter-Strike on the server today. Like, both teams just have this stern look about them, just hoping they can get through this one with a W. And currently at this point, AMKAL, they do not have the weapons. They are less favored due to momentum being on the NiP side, and also the fact they just have worse guns. It looks like overtime is certainly going to be the key here. Forrester, some speed to get into the tunnel. AMKAL, a couple of these players, throughout their careers, we know them as fast players, a lot of aggression available, but they haven't really shown us any quick burst rounds. Maybe they can come in with a crashing finish here in this one. Estai eats a little bit of that grenade. The shrapnel tasted a little bit bitter.
Well, unlike all the other rounds that we've seen played, outside of a MAC-10 questionable rush, this one will be at the B bomb site. No one is at the A site. No one is probing towards bathrooms, which has been a trademark of AMKAL throughout this half. And the fact that Rez doesn't feel that pressure, I think fills him in on what's coming.
Bang, bang. Esatag has eaten 3 grenades. Is still alive on 1 health. Will that cost him? Esatag eventually goes down, but there's not enough kills yet for AMKAL. Eventually, they'll come into action. They'll come in with a couple of them. But NiP still have the player advantage and are looking for overtime on this retake. If NiP lose this round, they're down 0-2 on the EU RMR day 1.
Then you get this bomb planted. I don't know what he's waiting for. Nade comes in, he's looking for a flank.
Gotta get the bomb down.
Yeah, the Molotovs are about to expire. That's gonna put a lot of pressure on Nickelback with 32 HP to hold off any kind of a retake.
Another fake. And Smoke is faded now, so Icy can't change his position. And NiP are just applying a little bit of pressure at this point. They're wondering what's happening. A golden ticket to get back in this. They know the player has to be still inside of the site, so Rez takes him out, and Nickelback is down, and we have got overtime. NiP fight all the way back from 10-2 down to overtime.
I think DJL's face and reaction and head shake and little fist bump says it all. He's just relief. They made it all the way back, and even that last round, finally, AMKAL was able to put some pressure on this defense, break in just a little bit, but for them, this has got to be so stunning. For how dominant they were in the first half to the struggles in the second half, they have no clue.
Icy looked nervous right there. He did not have ice water in his veins whatsoever.
I mean, it's kind of fair play because we can see everything, whereas they can't. He's obviously worried about a flank down towards blue door, but I mean, 2-on-3 at a certain point, you just have to plant the bomb and hope for it. Your teammate can't really cover you regardless.
Yeah, but you're actually putting yourself in a worse position if you don't go for the risk and get that bomb planted.
That was a long post plant for them to play before the retake came in.
Unfortunately for AMKAL, they're going to have to start overtime on the T side. They managed 2 rounds on T side. So did NiP, so key round wins in overtime will be worth their weight in gold at this point. We'll see if AMKAL can get something going here. Travis, who was fantastic throughout that first half, but went missing on the T side. Well, he's inside of connector. Not crazy how far Travis fell off. Going into the T side, obviously have many members with him, but it was just the hot start that he had.
Him and Nickelback were wrecking that CT side for a while. They'll be hoping and praying, waiting for that moment they can get back to it. Front bathroom smoke to start moving forward. Rez playing behind it, as he has been most of this half.
Yeah, and he's been so good, as you've mentioned, Jason. You know, he's just been such a reliable player. And behind the smoke, when multiple players have tested him, he handles it with ease.
He's been playing this part of the map like forever. It feels like he has to know every trick that's been used ever.
Alex is coming through short. Nickelback's right around that corner, and Alex decides maybe I don't go for the full risk. I'm going to drop back and play inside of the site. In the meantime, Rez has won that duel against the lurker Krad on the other side of play. It's all about this B bomb site first. Config only 1. Great shot from Travis, and Config needs more. He needs plenty more where that came from because his teammates are on the rotation down. It's a long way to go for Rez, but Headtrick sends a bullet whizzing into the site. And once again, AMKAL have to pick that bomb up, put it down. This time there's a commitment to the plant. This time they'll learn from their mistakes, and a retake is on. Utility available for NiP.
Smoke up towards Heaven. He might be able to work his way around that, though, so it might not be perfect coverage. Utility coming out, jump spot. There's Rez with 1. Now it's on Headtrick.
Headtrick has a chance for this 1v1 with the ult, but now that Travis knows exactly where he is, he can choose his peak, and he chooses it wisely. A 4K in this round, and we just spoke about Travis dropping off, how he was non-existent on the T side, and he comes out with a biting round with 4 kills to secure the clutch too.
I'll tell you what, though, that's got to be so frustrating for AMKAL that you went through that entire second half of regulation winning 1 gun round. You won the pistol and 1 other gun round, and then finally overtime starts, and you just knock one off. Well, you just get right into it.
It's a classic.
And you're just like, oh great, this would have been really useful like 2-3 rounds
Maybe
ago.
against the P250.
Yeah, anything really.
Well, there we go. We said that it was going to be worth its weight in gold, winning a round on the T side in overtime. AMKAL have done that, so now they've got a great chance to close this again.
Interesting as well, Rez pushes down the stairs. Oh, hang on, Krad.
It's going to be a timing fight. Krad looks the right way at the right time, and they swing, but it doesn't matter for Krad. He still goes down without a single kill. Now, Rez inside a connector. Mo's down 2, starts to run out of ammo, and Icy penetrates him with the AWP. So these initial skirmishes go NiP's way, and they're now up 4-2.
We didn't see much of that aggression in regulation. I was going to mention, Config made that push once, maybe twice in the second half, but he wasn't really successful with it. So the fact that Rez comes over and gets the job done, that's pretty wild. Config couldn't handle the drop.
Yeah, Nickelback, that's crazy.
And then he disappears. He's gone.
I can't believe he did that. Now Icy's got Hetrick pinned at long if he maintains this angle. Oh, good flash. They needed that one.
Look at the flank.
Yeah, flank through connector's big too. Icy couldn't get away from the push of the AWP. And Nickelback, well, going down to the connector.
It's been heard. You can already see on the minimap Aztag rotating over to the B bomb site. Alex is going to start pushing behind, mindful that that could have been just a trick, a ghost footstep to speak of.
They're fully clearing this, and then once they realize, okay, we don't see him moving towards the bomb site, now they can send players down to get him, and oh, Alex has just seen enough of him. He knows Nickelback's is short. He's just tracking him. He's got his skill locked in, and those early fights being picked up for NiP allows them to have a comfortable finish.
Yeah, Rez is playing really, really well in this game. He's just been solid in his positions. They've been sending plenty of bodies at him, plenty of action his way, and he's been great. 22 kills for Rez, whether it's in bathrooms with multi-kills, down the stairs with multi-kills. He's handling that part of the map.
This is the kind of performance to remind you about the impact Rez can get you. Got to see NiP towards the end of last year as one of the last events CIC out in Shanghai. In particular, Rez certainly looked good on the CT side of Overpass. Call some big rounds towards the toilets. We're seeing that again. Hetrick losing his life. We've seen Rez use this stone before in the half. He got 1 kill from it previous. He does the same here, but a dink landed 2. So a lot of damage. Not only that, but information of 3 players starting over that.
Hetrick's really lucky to be alive. Oh, wow. And he made good use of it. Got away at the front bathrooms a little bit earlier. They spotted his elbow, but he gets out of danger, and that's a banger of a shot.
Yeah, that's great from Hetrick. Showing what they've got. NiP starting to warm up mechanically across the board. Now we're seeing some stylish moments out of them. And a minute left as AMKAL start their shift towards B. The bomb is the last player in the pack, though.
That's the scary thing when we switch sides in this overtime, is this is not going to be the same NiP from the first half. This is not going to be some flat NiP. Now they've got some energy. Now they've got good momentum. It's going to be an entirely different beast when they get back on offense.
Flash lands right in front of Forrester, and because he was forcing sort of the panic, he starts spraying, confirms that they're coming through Monster now in the final 35 seconds. Full rotation for NiP at the ready. They've even got Config coming down through connector. Doesn't look like it's going to be needed though, as Icy is the last remaining member of this attack. And he's being detected. Config will be the player to knock out that final blow, 14-13.
And NiP played that situation so well too. Passive behind the bomb site, passive over towards Graffiti, force them in a man disadvantaged situation, have to overextend and chase you down and put themselves into uncomfortable fights because they have to. Don't give them anything for free. And NiP comes storming back, they take a lead.
And Rez does so well here.
I think this is NiP's first lead since 2-1.
That's a crazy, crazy fact.
They've just been fighting all the way back this whole time.
Oh, wow.
Just chilling.
Fighting from behind. Sometimes that's where they do their best work. And that tactical timeout being used up in overtime, you'll get another one to use in OT. And remember, AMKAL did win a T-side round, so we know how good they were on the CT side, but you just pointed out the fact that NiP will be a different beast. We'll have to see if that is the case now as they shift to the T side, where they only managed 2 rounds, 2 bomb plants as well throughout that entire first half.
Well, let's see what changes. Let's see if there's something tactically that NiP adapts to. Let's see if it's just in terms of individuals having a little bit more energy, a little bit more confidence to put down AMKAL's aggression. Remember, the first half was so in your face from AMKAL's CT side. They were fighting and challenging for like everything, and right out of the gate, Icy's got a kill.
Yep, Hetrick gone, shut out, eyes closed. NiP have to play this in a 4v5, and we really see them struggle when it became mid-rounds with player disadvantages. Krad, he's been detected towards long and makes the right move not to stay on that angle and stay with that fight. Doesn't want to allow it to be drawn back into a 4v4, but look at this from Icy. He's pushed all the way through connector. He's climbing the ladder. It's a risky play here, but is he going to make it work? Oh, up the ladder he goes. That's an interesting move, a bold strategy, some might say.
He was maybe a quarter second away from getting a clean shot off. That's an important kill from Config. But look, at least at this point, NiP saying, okay, his aggression, he spotted us. He spotted a lot of us, and Config had the bomb, so he spotted the bomb as well. They have track of our position, so they'll take it slow. Let AMKAL start guessing again.
47 seconds left in the round. Alex is going to clear connector. I'll walk on up with a bomb towards A instead.
I like this reaction from Nickelback as well, because there was such a massive bodies and the bomb spotted way back above the ladder, pushes out towards long, gets some safety. He knows there's a low percentage chance someone comes long this late in the round just due to how big Overpass is, so he's kind of in a checkmate position.
And Krad has spotted them coming out through banana now too, so he's got eyes on the attack. 23 seconds, and they know NiP are going to have to make a play into this bomb site really soon, so they're dragging the remaining pieces of utility on over, and that's the bomb going down. Config is eradicated, and remember, Nickelback, you pointed out his positioning. Look at him again. Ooh. But the peek from Rez, he considers it. He goes around the corner. 9 seconds left. Forrester tries to stop it from happening, but the bomb will still go down. Travis into the clutch, into the chaos, and inside of the smoke, he passes Alex and gets out towards the stairway again, but this is a great crossfire, and that is going to lock in the round. 15 for NiP. Map point. After pulling it all the way back, they only need one more.
Nickelback hung out at long way longer than I expected. Like a halfway up long, just I think a second or two. If he was able to get back and actually create a crossfire from long, that could have been so devastating. You still got to give some credit to Rez. That's a stunning shot to clear out the position. This is how it opened, but NiP in overtime convert a 4 versus 5.
That was an interesting move. I'm going to say interesting.
Oh, my Lord.
From Icy. And yeah, fantastic work from Rez to go back to the long angle. Nickelback thought he had it all locked in.
I thought he had it all locked in too.
Yeah, me too.
NiP with 2 map points seems so crazy to stay. It was 2-10 at halftime. They bring it all the way back into OT, and now with a chance to close out the map and just breathe a deep sigh of relief.
Well, we got that Rez performance we were asking for at the start of the map, didn't we?
We did. It is looking like Oakland. You're correct.
26 kills. Chance to get a 30 bomb. It'd be difficult.
Not if you get 4 kills.
That would be 30.
I can add. I can do it. Aztag looking for feet. Very calm round, all things considered. AMKAL not putting that aggression on the plate with so much on the line.
Yeah, very passive here. Just letting NiP have the entire map to play with. Now Alex must conduct a finishing move. Head trick at long, he's with Rez. Hetrick further back. Rez making space, taking space, looking into the bathrooms, seeing that it's clear. And so NiP, with every step, get closer to that A bomb site. Krad, I believe, has just detected one of the A-Lon players. He's now jumping, spotting middle. Will time his utility into the bathrooms at the final 30-second mark of the round. But here comes this execute for the Ninjas in Pyjamas to survive, going 0 and 2. So unlikely at the start going into the second half, but they have stuck in this game. They've brought it back, but it's not going to be close just yet. Great shots inside of the site. Head trick and Esports move forward in the final 10 seconds, and now suddenly a time to plant the bomb, but it's denied. Coming right up with that move, it's Forrester that denies the bomb plant, and it won't be the Cinderella end to this story. Instead, it looks like overtime could be reopened yet again. AMKAL with one more chance to drag us right back into the bonus rounds again.
Oh, Aztag could not slide into that angle fast enough to protect the planter. You could see him going for it, really trying to find the angle that would protect him, and it just wasn't there. NiP with a late execute and meet way too much resistance. Talking things over.
TJL looks sick. Just sitting at the back.
Look, these are not necessarily the fun games for coaches.
No,
we'll just say that.
Best of ones have you on the edge of your seat. Especially in MR12. But we've got that old regular scoreline now. MR15, first to 16 once again here. If we go to 15-15, overtime begins again.
Yeah, we're just playing regular Counter-Strike at this point.
Smoke goes down in Monster once more for AMKAL, burning through those pieces of utility.
Molotov for Divider to force back any op that's positioned there with an angle towards the stairs.
Red's about to flash around long for himself and actually go for that peak.
You can see in this like how that's crappy timing for Config. I was gonna say you can see how NiP is so cautious to start these rounds with how they got destroyed during regulation with pushed up aggression, with CTs in your face, challenging you for every bit of map control. They're not even really trying to like move forward past Fountain until the 1 minute mark because they're waiting for that aggression to come to fruition before they make any plays. And unfortunately, that means, as we saw in the last round, that their executes are going to be so late in the round. If you encounter too much resistance, it slips out of your hands.
So Travis is playing Heaven with a flash ready to go for Forrester.
It's Krad's position that's really strong at Sandbags.
Such a good B setup here to deal with this attack. This looks like another overtime. Flash goes out for Travis. Forrester set up for it, swings on out. It's actually Travis that gets the most of the work done here. 3 kills, that's the bomb down. And NiP unable to close despite having 2 chances to take this series. So we've got to go again into the bonus rounds. Overtime resets. And this time NiP will start on the T side. So not a good T side day for either of these 2 squads. It's not been the prettiest Counter-Strike, but there's plenty more of it.
It's like, I think part of like the feeling I'm getting is that it feels like there's not a whole lot of plays made to like find like individual kills. Like maybe you get a pick here and there by just some positioning, but no one's really kind of aggressing and trying to isolate and force a rotation that leaves a man alone. And then it just kind of comes down to these late round executes where sometimes you'll like a lot of times you'll see teams like really fight for a trade kill, do a little piece of aggression to take control of a spot of the map, trade it off, play the 5-on-4, and start trying to get the defense to shift and guess where you're coming. Now, Overpass is a harder map to pull that off on sometimes just due to the sheer size. But we're not seeing like the extremities lurked super effectively. Icy's gonna get an opening kill with the op.
Hetrick under the boost, but I think it's probably being communicated that it's a possibility. And he's through short. You can see them addressing that now. Utility's gonna go in, force Hetrick away from that angle, and now, timing for Travis, get your gun back out. Alex and Config with 2 kills in that B bomb site, and this is now looking very good for NiP.
That's the mistake they needed. Travis just gave it right to him. Icy over the edge of the smoke. Config sees the flashbang coming. You gotta know it's an op up there.
Yeah, surely, but Config is so confident. He's just gonna fight the op and win the duel with the AK-47. Only Config would have that kind of goal to go for that fight. He's willing to fight anything. And now Nickelback inside of the site begins his walk across the bridge.
I love this
short with him.
I love this pause. You've now made AMKAL second guess. They could be falling back. You have a lot of time to work with. At some point, one of these CTs is going to come for information. There's one Molotov on Hetrick. If that comes over to Sandbags, round's pretty much over.
Smoke comes in, blocks out Krad. Now, he can push the smoke, especially with that kill. They're all distracted. Krad gets a lineup. Merez and Hetrick looking towards Heaven. And that is a hellish round for NiP to have to suffer. Oh my goodness, a 3v2. They hit the pause button. It looks so good until that moment.
Well done from Krad stepping through the smoke as his teammates got him distracted. This is brutal.
Another timeout.
Yeah, using their extra timeout in overtime.
For NiP, how many more of these can you suffer? I mean, we just seen Config in the previous round. He's just smacking the desk because he gets missed times. You can see your frustration, emotions. Certainly going to be a factor here. And for NiP, you're up at a 3v2 and you let it slip.
I mean, no one's going to be going home happy about the way their offense is played. Certainly a lot to review for both of these teams in this map, and at this point it's just about survival. Can't fix anything now. This is just all about trying to get through the struggles and the mistakes you're making, try and get away with the win and deal with it later.
Oh, here we go again. AMKAL with the marginal lead. We talked about a few rounds ago that Rez was searching for 30. 26 kills. Now 27, and NiP have suffered, again, the opening kill against them.
Yeah, and now it's going back to what we saw in the first half. It's just aggressive CT sides finding these early kills. If Aztec tries to take short, that smoke's going to clear Forrester throws out a little bit of spam, brings him down low, and Travis completes it from Monster.
Dude, and this was the story of the first half too, right? Was how many kills were the side of AMKAL getting through these smokes. NiP weren't able to get into the rounds because they were just losing players through smoke spams.
Yeah, it's already happened. 5-on-3 with a minute and 20 seconds of the clock when S-Tag goes down. This is not fun. Not fun at all.
Another smoke.
Yeah, but you get a kill out of it. Forrester, though, finds one more. Good spam down, and they sees one more at short. They know the position of both players.
Instant reaction from Forrester actually takes out any opportunity for NiP. It looked like they had a bit of breath left in them thanks to that kill from Rise.
Look at the window for Icy. As all these smokes go down, he just pushes up. He's like, I know where both players are. Let me cut off their fallback. They have no option. We can now park 3 players at the B bomb site, and you just get to play around with a huge advantage.
Sure, and now Alex is failing his movement. So everything going against the Ninjas at the moment. But Rise is still alive.
The nice thing is Forrester's so low on HP.
Yeah, that's true, but he's so far away. And that grenade is going to land right on him. Oh, it does, but not enough damage to bring him down, and that gives away the position of Rise. Now Alex detected, and multiple targets swing into his crosshair. He only manages one, and it's 17-15. NiP's T-side woes, well, they continue.
Oh my god, that nade, that brings him down to 5 HP.
I can't believe it doesn't kill him.
I know. That nade, I don't know if it would have changed anything. They might have still got caught off guard by 2 defenders at the bomb site.
Doesn't seem like he would have got his rifle out in time.
But they were very distracted by him jumping around.
Yeah, they were. Well, okay, NiP. This is going to be a tough pill to swallow if you lose this game now and go down 0-2 after having 2 chances to close it, after battling back so hard from 10-2 down.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't even like complain. You're like, we had the opportunity. We made the massive comeback. We had 2 chances to close it out, and we didn't do it.
Grenade lands on the feet of S-Tag.
He's having an awful time taking control of this part of the map.
Yeah, they're just obliterating him. Rez jumping up on the slide, not seeing too much, and Krad is around this corner just waiting. And no one's going to come and fight him. Rez instead detects maybe a little bit of space towards bathroom, so he's going to apply pressure there with a flashbang, but maybe Krad, hearing that, will eventually activate a flank of his own. Config looking to chill out in connector. Didn't have the most chill time here a few rounds prior. He's making sure he keeps his gun out as often as he can. He'll send the Tech 9 in front of him. Slow round here from NiP. No one from NiP outside of B. They want an A finish. And this fight from Krad is stopped by S-Tag. Finally something going S-Tag's way. If you remember regulation, if you remember the first half, Icy devastated him when he played for the dice box, and that's exactly what's going to happen again here. Rez is gone. NiP lose the player advantage. They charge into the site. AMKAL looking to go ahead to map pointer. Now a player up thanks to that kill, and that shot from Icy certainly confirms it. S-Tag runs right through the smoke. AMKAL now up to map point. They're about to be the team that goes 1-1 and send NiP down to the 0-2 bracket.
Oh, let's see. Let's see what they can do. They got to switch over to the T side now, and that's been a horrendous affair for both teams. 4 chances in regulation to close out the map AMKAL had. Now they have 3 more.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. They have so many opportunities to do it, and they showed us that they are capable of winning some rounds on the T side. We've seen it in their overtime, but they've got to feel like this is their best chance now.
Oh, for sure.
What a big performance out of the majority of the team here, too. Forrester 24 kills, Travis up there on 24, Icy 23, 22 for Nickelback. You know, we're seeing a really solid team effort across the board here from AMKAL, and this will be a big win for them in the RMRs.
This looks like it'll end up being that B split again eventually.
Look at Rez.
They have to deal with Rez, though, and he's been good. He's been real good, and he's going to deliver again. Another double kill. Icy doesn't turn, and Forrester now. He's the last one remaining.
So sick from Rez to be able to get away with a double. Now Forrester's under pressure because NiP are pushing them. They're taking their foot and putting it deep onto the gas pedal, trying to get these fights going on the CT side, get them into their faces. And so far, so good for Rez on the double, stays alive. He's now up to 30. I'm wondering if he could hit that mark, and he has done that. So this doesn't look like the round that is going to be the closer for AMKAL.
No, not at all. And they're a little bit spread across the map as well. You have Krad. They're going to need him eventually. He's just kind of lurking towards Fountain, seeing if there's anyone to catch to push that's pushing up. So now you kind of get a timing where Forrester and Nickelback got to go for some cheese plays, and they will net a kill off of it. Good boost up. Alex goes down, and they clawed a little bit closer.
Yeah, they're making a little Swiss cheese play, putting holes in the defense. And that's the tag getting set up with some utility. Once again, man, I would love a stat at the end of this game to see how much damage Esatag has sustained from grenades.
That's taken from grenades.
Yeah, he's down to 43 health again.
Yeah, he's been wrecked in that position. The nice thing is they've put a lot of pressure on the B bomb site. So they've created a window here towards A where it's just head trick. Deep angle with the op though, and he's got the first.
Oh, but he's burning. He's forced into the open again. He has to roll the dice twice, and this time he'll hit it. Is Nickelback gone? And change of position here for Hetrick out alongside. 10 seconds to his death. Forrester will run. 18-16. NiP with a strong start and a strong finish to this round. They're not dead yet.
Yeah, but all due again to Rez. We've said his name so many times when he's pushed up. This time in stairs, he did it one previously in overtime as well. Another double kill for him to open up the round. He's just been such a rock towards the A bomb site, towards bathrooms, towards the middle of the map. Wherever he's gone, you're paying the Rez tax at the moment if you're AMKAL.
And it's expensive, man. Swedish tax, it's no joke.
No joke at all. 2 players if you want to clear him out. That's the toll. 18-16, 2 more chances remaining for AMKAL.
Yeah. Look at this. The reaction for Icy. Sure, you're scoped in with the AWP. It's hard to just spin with a AWP, but no reaction.
The opening's obviously not great, but it's not a terrible round from AMKAL whatsoever. In a 3v5, they pulled some defense away from the A bomb site. They kind of weakened it as much as you possibly could by finding a pick towards B with that boost, applying a little bit of pressure with spam through the monster smoke, and I mean that was really the best option they had. Flashbangs left inside the A bomb site for support if the defense has to retreat.
That molly miss from NiP. Looks like it might have. Not towards top middle. Krad takes initial damage from the off of Headstrike, but it's not enough damage to bring Krad down. Gonna need more of that to remove the tank himself as he pushes forward, takes control outside bathrooms. You mentioned how many chances AMKAL have to take this. To go 1-1 in the RMRs.
This is their 6th chance they've had to win this map.
And NiP are now just fighting for another overtime. They can't win from this position. They have to go to OT again. And that shot is going to take AMKAL 1 step closer to putting NiP down in the 0-2 bracket on day 1 of the EU RMR.
You still got to break in, and NiP is going to have an early spot. They've pushed and taken over short sewers.
This is a good angle for Esatag to gather early information, but it's not the most comfortable position to fight from.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. This is almost like a deceptive angle where you feel like you're in such a strong position, but this will get hard cleared.
Oh, it's tough to see Esatag getting out of this. He's going to get one, but the trade attempt is through, but he uses utility, gets great damage again, down to 27.
But that's the early spot that I mentioned. NiP has plenty of time to rotate and shift over. Look at all the utility barging in. Like, what are you supposed to do? You can't get out if you're AMKAL.
Yeah, reinforcements are here. 25 seconds, such a limited time to make their final burst on this B bomb site. NiP looking for 17, and that flank through the connector is spotted. It is removed by Esatag, and there was no steps being taken to put that bomb down. 12 seconds left in this round. Bomb loose on the ground now as well, so this round is going nowhere. Icy is stuck, having to fight, and all of his teammates are gone. So 18-17, overtime again. Certainly looks like it.
And that was a weakness all throughout regulation on AMKAL's T side, is they kind of very heavily telegraph where they're going to go, where they, I mean, as simple as it sounds, where they don't have presence. And NiP started pushing short constantly towards the end of regulation because they were just like, all right, no one's here. You guys are headed towards the A bomb site. We'll just take control of this. And if you ever want to come back, it's going to be a battle each and every step.
So this is their 7th attempt then, Jason, to close the game here for AMKAL.
And they're doing it with a Tech 9 and a Mac 10 on Travis.
I mean, this would be the most classic Counter-Strike way of closing after such a long, hard-fought battle to win on this kind of round. Boost being set up. Nickelback getting into position. It's going to be forced to climb to top his head.
They've had some success with this boost.
They have, definitely, towards barrels in particular. And it's Alex who will be on the receiving end of this. And from this position, you can actually look at Heaven, too. And Alex considered it, and Forrester drops off. He dismounts just before he was likely to be taken out.
Config up in Heaven, sees the nades come out. Again, S-Tag takes the brunt of the damage. Config with a little bit of spam back based on the trajectory.
So under a minute left. AMKAL's initial gambit towards the B bomb site does not pay off, so instead they go back towards the A bomb site where Rez has just been so fantastic anytime they've challenged him.
But at least they've shown presence. They're going to prevent NiP from pushing into that part of the map. And it's gonna make them feel like there's a potential for a B hit, which normally isn't there for AMKAL.
Yeah, Rez is now getting information. He sees that bomb going down connector. That's a big call. That's a lot of information. And this readies the defense on the B bomb site. Config from heaven. Essetag and Alex towards Monster side. It's super strong here for NiP to force another overtime. Alex has got a double despite being blinded. And AMKAL on their 7th attempt do not break through. They do not break NiP. And this game keeps going. We've got another overtime.
They don't even get close. These just like this execute style. NiP is loving it. They're living the dream at the moment. Rez is gonna find a kill, and Icy doesn't even have time even if he wanted to try and plant, so he'll just survive. 18-18, another overtime on the cards.
This game is one hell of a best of one. Feels like we're getting into best of 3 territory at this point.
I mean, this can go on indefinitely if the T sides can't find ways to be impactful. Like after all this time, the offensive sides of this for both squads have not found ways to actually break through the defense they're being presented with.
You know eventually it will happen. Like there will be a mistake that happens or a great call suddenly comes through, but it's just a question of when, and right now we're not seeing any signs that that's going to be anytime soon. So CT side's definitely the name of the game at the moment, and NiP will be fortunate enough to find themselves on that CT side. Rez goes for the peek down connector. He's forced away by the fire. Icy, look at this. This is confident. Got some control inside of the site. Rez, oh my God, Krad. What a shot.
All right, now it's about capitalizing. Now it's about taking advantage of the shot that Krad just delivered for you.
Oh, head trick, missed shot. Throws the smoke out instead for some extra cover. Buys him some safety inside of the toilets. Krad is just sending bullets through the wispy nature of that smoke. Head trick turns back. Good kill on Nickelback. Wild play for the team. Hedrick actually sustained damage there, so they know that they got the tag. They know that he's got into the smoke, but it's a question of whether or not they're able to deal with him. Important shot to come out by Hedrick before he's impaled by Icy.
That's actually an awesome play from Hedrick to be able to get a double out of that as well and hunt down Hedrick, or hunt down that last player before he goes down to Icy, excuse me.
Well, it's a 3v3 for AMKAL. It's not too bad here, considering how tough the T side has been. Finding yourself in a 3v3 situation, you're going to have to believe there's an opportunity here with 30 seconds left and the final maneuver towards the B bomb site.
Well, NiP's starting to go hunting now. Config is pushing up Banana. You can see Alex falling back from the A bomb site. It's Estag alone at the B site for the moment.
Yeah, and unless
he's playing real deep.
Yeah, unless Essetag shuts down this attack first, they're going to have to play retake here, it looks like, because they're not going to make the rotate in time. Looks like they're willing to play retake. Bomb is going down. Config could deny. Notices limited time. Does still go through that short smoke. Missed shot from Icy.
No way.
And that is going to cost him his life as Config makes a risky play. Makes it work, but here's Travis. And he absolutely tramples all over Essetag and Alex. And AMKAL bursts through again. Another T round in overtime.
Oh, I can't handle that. That missed off shot. Because the whole time Config's making a play, I'm like, that's really risky at a 3-on-3 retake to walk through this smoke is like kind of the impetus of the retake. But the missed shot makes it all work out, I guess, in kind of a way.
Well, okay, yeah. Somehow we still win that round if you're AMKAL. Like, it's so strange to see this game play out. The RMRs always has scrappy Counter-Strike, just because of such a tense situation, especially when you head into the overtimes of the losers matchup. Travis, man, 27 kills. He's chasing after that 30 bomb as well. He's looking to try and close the gap between him and Rez.
Look, that's an all-important T-side round, though. Like, whoever's playing well, I don't really care at this point anymore. Everyone's going to have a good number of kills. The fact that you've put a T-round on the board is worth so much, considering how everyone struggled. Again, another nade, and Estag just keeps playing here. And then there's the boost up for another kill, and finally we're starting to see this T-side put some work in.
Another grenade landing on Essetag. He's gone this time to it.
I swear, he won't play there next round, surely.
No, he can't. He cannot play there again. Rez pushing long, punctures through Krad. He definitely needed that kill, but it's still a 4v3. And this could be a second T round. And you were mentioning, as we're talking about how deep we're going in overtime.
Bomb's coming late. Keep an eye on Rez.
You need the T rounds, and Rez is stuck inside of the bathroom. Smoke goes in. Rez is now cancelled out, and he smokes it off. Tries to get in behind. Now Forrester's cutting them off. And it Won't be the kill for Forrester. In fact, Rez now draws the numbers to an even case here for the Ninjas. But it's got to be a retake once again. And that shot from Icy, that makes things a lot more difficult for Rez's side of NiP.
Makes things a lot more difficult for Config, who's got to follow up with that flank against an AWP. And you got to know it's watching you. Oh, he fell asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, he did. And that's going to be Config back into this round now. NiP back into this round. And AMKAL are searching for a second T round in overtime. And they might just get it.
Has a smoke.
Time is ticking. They've got to smoke that bomb and create pressure. Force the peaks, force the fights, and the fights are coming finally, but it's Travis who tries to stop it all. Has he done it in time? Config gets onto the defuse, holding it all the way, and on the final tick, Config gets the defuse. AMKAL do not get their second T round of this OT, and NiP tie the game up yet again.
I can't believe Icy missed that shot too. I can't believe...
He's missing some crucial shots this late in this game.
And this round was finally AMKAL putting together like a sequence of events that it was a beautiful T-side to open things up. They lose 2 to Rez on the passage to the A bomb site, which is really, really painful. But what a crazy retake. Just a round it feels that shouldn't have happened. That's been the story of these T-sides, is like they just can't close out.
I mean, if they get that second T round, surely that's it. But it's wide open yet again, and Rud's going down the connector. Ooh, it's an awkward fight in between the paint buckets. Krad, it's one. Domes Ruz, in fact. But Hetrick's swift to respond, but these kills are coming back and forth, and the trades are keeping AMKAL ahead. Keeping them up.
There's an opening over at Monster, but AMKAL doesn't want to deal with it for the moment. Bomb's still very far back. Again, good nade
One
damage.
health.
Wow, that's a perfect nade, and Config's in trouble. He's sliding into the open. Oh, spray controls managed well from Nickelback. They know the position of Alex, and it feels like they want to squeeze him.
Another great chance for another T round here for AMKAL. And they've got a lot of time on the clock. There's a full minute left here, and both of these remaining NiP players are down on B. Flash set up the peak. Good swing from Alex. Icy not able to connect that one. And Alex is going to drop back into the site. Makes a reload. 45 seconds. AMKAL coming up through short and through Monster. And Alex has got himself towards the barrels, but he is barreled away. It is now Hetrick in a 1v2. That smokes deep. And that actually allows Hetrick to peek heaven if he wants to. And Travis has got eyes on it. It pulls Hetrick into the position, and it's the second round on the T side in this overtime for AMKAL.
And that's the selling point, right? That's what makes it feel like they should just be able to close this out now. 2 rounds on your T side. Clean up some of these missed op shots, and to his credit, Icy has been great on the CT side. We've seen him hold down dice boxes at the A bomb site a number of times with no real problem. But if you're AMKAL, you're like, okay, let's finally put them away.
Let's just do it. Let's just do it now. We've been here so many times. What is it? 8 times at this point. They've had to close this away. Let's make it happen. And for NiP, it's a story of, once again, fighting from behind. And if they leave today being 0-2 down, they've got no excuses really, because they've had the opportunity to close the game. They've had chances throughout this one to take away this map. But NiP have been unable to do it against a team with the name of AMKAL.
All right. Let's see, has NiP's offense powered on properly?
Do you know what, Jason?
What's that?
Why don't we go again? Why don't we just get more overtime?
Yeah, you want to run it back?
Let's make it an RMR record.
Okay.
It would make a whole lot of sense, wouldn't it?
I think that'd be a hard record to break.
It definitely would be.
I don't know what the record is, but there's been some long games at the majors. It depends on how you want to classify things. 20-19. NiP. Oh, S-tag. No way. No way.
Oh man, he's having a horrible game. This is a disaster class from S-tag.
He's been in some tough spots.
Yeah.
But this is a fight it feels like he has lost way more often than not.
I feel like we've just watched that over and over again throughout this game, him just dying through that tunnel smoke.
It would suck if you had to do like Groundhog's Day, except it's just like you
That
just,
round over
you
and
just
over
keep
again.
losing
Yeah.
repeatedly.
It's a great position for AMKAL to be in now. A player up, searching for 21. Searching for map point again. NiP It's obvious they want to go towards B with a bomb over here from our mini-map. Alex has it outside of Monster, and the rest of his teammates are coming down through Connector.
Yeah, not obvious to AMKAL, though. And they have 2 players in bathrooms. Third player going to start shifting over to the B bomb site. The question is, does Krad start getting curious and push up? It looks like him and Icy want to flank down towards door.
Well, if they do flank and they're quick about it, and this stronghold inside of the B bomb site works out.
The Molotov forced Headtrick to turn back because he had no other options. He actually turns around.
Another coming back up. Now they're coming back up into the AWP. And this time Icy will connect the shot, and it's panic stations for NiP, but he re-peeks. He re-peeks into Headtrick, and he's now giving them a pathway to sprint into this A bomb site. Nickelback is up at the truck. He's made a speedy rotation. He's still here to try and devastate them, and he's not alone. He's got Forrester, but he goes down without a fight. And a lineup there for Nickelback, but not enough kills. There's a team kill in the midst, and suddenly only Config, 2 health. He'll put that bomb down, and now eyes on the prize. Travis makes a noise dismounting. Config knows where his next target's coming from. And he changes up his position. Config's looking for a headshot, has to land it, and Config locks it in. NiP give it a golden ticket back into the round. They sprint up through the connector. Icy makes an ill-advised re-peek. And once again, we're all tied up.
Yeah, the retake is so unnecessary, but even, I mean, just the sequence of mistakes after that. 2 players huddled up at truck. Molotov burns 1 out into the open. They can't work together. Travis in a one-on-one with a 2 HP player, and he drops off the stairs. And he makes the sound cue, and Config has all the information, a slow peek around the corner. My word, how many lifelines is NiP gonna get in this game?
I can't believe it. I genuinely can't believe it. Now NiP have a chance to close out this game.
You even, if you're Travis, like, you could have even just taken the play of going through the smoke. There were 6 seconds left. Like, Config had to plant it, and if he wasn't sticking that plant, and he's off the ball, like, okay, I'm good. Let's move on. 20-20.
Don't stress yourself out, Jason. There's plenty more rounds to come.
I know.
Settle yourself in for what is about to be another overtime, surely.
It has potential. It does have potential.
In fact, it is almost likely. Alex goes down through connector. Forces just jump spot him because that door is blown open. But he's actually just changed his position when that jump would have been useful. Because NiP are now sending players through that doorway. Down outside of the B bomb site. They wanted to finish B last round. They were just given a chance to run back to A, but they're going to finish B this time around. Forrester makes a good move. Good timing. Now elevates his spot at bridge, knows he has the help, and the eyes of Nickelback to watch out from heaven. AMKAL have stopped this B attack, and NiP's golden ticket is shredded in front of their face. So this is now going to be a map point yet again for AMKAL. They've had plenty of opportunities, almost too many to close it out. And this flank from Krad, it could be the final blow in this round as Config is desperately trying to fight on his own. Icy and Nickelback come crashing down upon them. 21-20, AMKAL affront again.
All right, 8th time is the charm. 8th chance for AMKAL to close out this map. Right here, right now. Let's see if they can do it. The AWP is going to be in the hands of Icy. And I mean, this like late execute still has like no strength, no power to it. Like, look at the cohesion, just jumping through smoke. AMKAL, I mean, I was gonna say they should be able to close this out.
Jason, there's no logic.
Look, I'm starting to go a little crazy. All right, just let me be for a moment. Let me have my moment.
Yeah, there's no sure things here. You know, we're just along for the ride. It's a roller coaster that may or may not be finished. You know, we might get to the end of the roller coaster and the safety features haven't been put in yet. So.
My favorite kind of roller coaster.
Yeah, one you don't come back from?
Yeah.
Let's see if that's the case for NiP. No coming back. If they lose this round, they'll be 0-2. 0-2 on day 1 of the EU RMR A. This is a team that sure have had some negative headlines around them, but still would have expectations of getting through a team like AMKAL. But they're not winning any T rounds here at all. Krad inside of dividers, swing out. No kill, but information detected.
Yeah, and that's a nice flashbang to just allow him to activate for that little peak of information. Yeah, maybe a fight if the opportunity presents itself, but more interested in just seeing a body. Op at a deep angle, peering over the divider. All of NiP clumped up at the top of the stairs.
All right, Hetrick and Alex now making their way forward. Icy is in a decent enough position to spot that boost. Hetrick's ripped off the top of it. Now Shadow spotted. He knows the Foundations can't have run far away. And Alex overextends. This looks like this one's over. It's now Essetag and Config in a 2 versus 5. It's not the prettiest Counter-Strike, but it's been effective for AMKAL. They've been brought to the edge time and time again. And finally, this game is allowed to finish. Config in a 1v5, he is gone. NiP on day 1 of the EU RMR are 0-2. They head to the best of 3s to try and survive elimination, but it's AMKAL that go 1-1.
And that's a tough road. That's a really tough road to have to survive on all best of 3s. But you got to say, I mean, look, scrappy game, back and forth game, T-sides.